Hi everyone, my name is Zavaleta and I am a graduate student working at the Intelligent Adaptive Interventions Lab at University of Toronto. Our research focuses on trying to understand how we can help the students to stay motivated and on track with their homework by applying human-computer interaction and psychology practices. As you know, one really big challenge during this COVID-19 pandemic has been transitioning to online learning and trying to understand how we can provide better support to students in a way they can stay on track in the current settings. During the semester of winter 2020, we conducted an experiment in an Introduction to Computer Science class, which consisted in weekly messaging interventions to explore if we could improve a students' study habits and reduce procrastination on an online learning platform. There were different types of messages sent throughout the semester, which allows us to compare not only the most efficient intervention, but also the students' performance and behaviors prior and after campus closure. Now, Hamad will talk more about the research design of the project.
Educational economists like myself are often interested in evaluating the extent to which low-cost and scalable interventions are effective in furthering educational attainment in students. In our project, we consider two types of interventions: emailing messages and interactive online student activities. Our interventions are inspired by research done in social psychology and behavioral economics. We leverage behavioral principles such as conformity to social norms, value affirmations, and utility value when designing our interventions. To evaluate the causal impact of our interventions in mitigating procrastination in online learning environments, we use experiments. We actually deploy two types of experiments: randomized control trials and adaptive experiments. With randomized control trials, we equally allocate students to various conditions and examine differences in outcomes. Whereas in adaptive experiments, the allocation of students to conditions is guided by reinforcement learning so that more students are allocated to the condition that's most optimal for them over time. Next, we're going to have our undergraduate research collaborator, Gavin, who's going to be talking about the preliminary findings.
We examined students' changing behavior after the University of Toronto transitioned to online instruction. Our results found a 5 to 25% decline in students attempting the online homework. We found that reminder emails to do homework became more effective after the transition, with students being 2 to 3 times more likely to click on links to homework. Across studies, we found contradictory results about whether emails increased overall completion of homework or starting the online homework earlier. This suggests that more research is needed to test out alternative phrasing of the reminder emails, as the way the emails are written can impact whether students take action in ways instructors may not expect.
My lab is currently extending this work to investigate how to help students to keep on track with their online homework. We're using randomized A/B comparisons to test out different versions of emails instructors can send to understand how instructors best message students to help them keep on track, and also to test out different interventions and advice for students on how to effectively set goals. We're aiming to bring together instructors' insights with research in computer science education, theories from psychology, and also using methods from human-computer interaction. As we discover what's effective, we're using statistical machine learning to rapidly enhance and personalize the messages that are sent to students through adaptive experimentation that keeps improving over time.